Hard to know what we're going to get, but with Cash in our not so distant future, that's cool. A lot of fun.
Like the fact that we're going to Cash first.
Yeah, 2 games logged for Spirit, right? 1 online, 1 on LAN. 50-50. Too early to know, but a loss to FaZe, who have clearly tried to put it in their map pool. And of course, big 3 out of 4 wins. We saw them against Aurora in that opener. Really well-called game, to be honest, from blameF. And 1 loss to G2 just the other day here in EWC. So still a good track record for Big. Let's see if they can take on the big boys of Spirit.
All right, we got a T-side start for Big.
Ooh, didn't catch Faven up close, but it's fine.
Well, you remember my big prediction for Spirit day 1 of the tournament? I said I think Tanier's going to have a good tournament. They would love to have access to him today. Donk, there's a lot of guys coming his way out towards middle, and it's Tabson ripping his head off. So Donk gone from this pistol. Tanier followed up on 2, and Tabson's getting cheeky with it. Put this man back on Cash, and he's loving it.
You're joking. That's a ridiculous jump shot from the back of the side.
You know, this is an old boys map, Hugo.
That's true. Spirit don't have that experience necessarily, right? It's certainly on most of these players would not have been playing professionally, or just weren't. Back in 2019, Shiro was kind of on the come up. Donk was nowhere to be seen.
A child, I think, is the...
It's a better way of putting it. But, you know, on paper, a lot of reasons that Spirit should like this map. And with their Instaban being so clear, they were never going to avoid it. Full execute here for Big. Triple smoke comes down. Spirit do block main, but Big is still coming through.
Oh, rough for Tanier. Haven't able to get past him and into this stack, sure, but you need these deagles to hit something. Shiro.
So like 5-7 would have been better there.
And so that's Magix and Zontic saving, you imagine.
We see a lot of different type of executes, right, on this map, with it being re-added with the skyboxes, you know, allowing anything over A. But that's a cool one for Big. You know, 2 backside smokes, isolate those players, no support, because that's the thing about Cash. You're going to get really quick rotates. And one thing that we've seen a lot of these Cash games here at EWC is teams aren't really playing for middle on the CT side. They're getting their util in. Occasionally they'll go for a counter boost. They'll do something up close with SMGs. But for the most part, it's one guy mid, get the nades in, get out, reinforce your bomb sites. Use mid for information only. And so with those smokes from Big, that rotate completely cut off. Clean entries, finds a 5 alive round.
I'd certainly argue that that kind of mirrors, you know, what we used to see from Cash back in the day, right? Like mid kind of an access point, but you don't really want to end your round in this, like through this position. You go there, you take a bit of space, but then you have your eyes set on an exec or something of the sort.
In the words of Henry G,
you can't plant in mid.
That's true. Many have tried. But we've had a Spirit player drop from the server.
I see admins over Shiro's shoulder.
He's back in. We're back live. Big believing at the start of this game, getting a little 3-0 run before the guns come out. Just an overwhelming hit there. Spirit have a good bit of utility.
All right, little run boost, do like that. Get you up for a mid-peak that much faster. This has kind of been Tabson's game thus far, and he's got pistols out in front of him over here towards B.
Well, he saw Magix there for a second, but holding vent with a bit of cover.
Hugo, you know me, I'm not our B lurker, but there's this little spam spot right over here. Would it get Zontix, or does he have to be further back by the barrel?
Yeah, further
right?
left.
Okay, yeah. So you do just have to go and clear that. He's got Molly, he's got Util, and Big are in no rush. tabseN just holding the extremities for a push, gonna lob in a bit of Util over here towards B. And this will keep the attention of Team Spirit on the wrong side of the map.
No Big are going to have some good grenades in their repertoire here. Spirit are certainly hedging their bets, though, and they seem to be onto something. Triple B, staying in place. Heaven Smoke or CT, still figuring that out. It looks like a Heaven Smoke. CT's already down.
All right, they're going into the stack, but they got this vent split, and that is going to blindside the hold. Oof. Nothing done for Team Spirit.
All right. Is smoke not a problem?
tabseN, he's loving it.
Dude, they are looking
absolutely loving it.
These two or three hits really we've seen. There's no space for any of these CTs, right? Big are all side by side on this hit. They timed that very well. Just overwhelming numbers on their bomb sites.
There's a
I
reason.
feel like Spirit are going to have to make some kind of play here coming into gun rounds.
There's a reason they call him Big Cash Money tabseN. 6-0, right off the rip.
We get a kill? No. Big have not lost a player in 3 rounds. 0 kills for Team Spirit coming into their first buy. Ah, it's got to feel good. Orbs out for Shiro. What's happening in mid? Donk gets a smoke in and quickly departs. No one on that highway box nade. Donk comes back in from car side. Big with their second HE, and Donk will eat that. Ouch. Well, hey, if you know Donk's going to be here, not a bad place to throw your nades. Vent boost denied with that. Zontix eats one as well. This is excellent utility. 4 HEs thrown by Big, 2 players at half.
They are learning to hate the Big utility very, very quickly. You said it yourself, you know, when you got Big in the server, they're going to have some creative ideas. There's a third nade onto the highway, and Donk decides, I'm done playing this position.
All HEs now used for Big. I'd say very worth it. But now they've got to group and go for this hit, and they're doing the same thing as the last round. Coming out middle, going for a vent split. No support from Donk. He's got to guess the right site here.
He is making his way over. Looking to end up in the right place. Still, Zontix in this forward position.
Hello?
Double cleared. They weren't ready for Donk. He just gets a shooting gallery. 3 players out in the open. Sure, he's going to burn. But it's given Team Spirit a fighting chance in the round. You're looking at blameF and Grix. And with Blame holding on for this vent rotation, he gets the kill he's waiting for.
And if you're Donk, you're just wondering, what more do I need to do, really? No one gets a single kill in their position. Donk comes out with 3 frags. Shiro's showing us angles we've never seen before, but none of them will let him back in the round. In fact, they're hunting this AWP as well, so got to be very, very careful here. Luckily, Blame's got backup highway, so Shiro looks like he'll survive. But I think they know where he is. Oh, oh God. Not a reassuring start. Well, Big clearly looking well prepped to start this game. Just the fact that their whole first gun round is just, we're going to use 5 HEs and nobody's going to die before we've done that. And sure, they kind of overlooked Donk, surprisingly, considering mid was empty. Where is that third player? Where is that rotation player? But even a triple kill in B doesn't stop Big. All right, Spirit, it's time for someone else to get a kill.
Yeah.
Full block, 4 CTs here. 5th on the way.
All right, surely someone else from Spirit gets on the board now. Donk again bullied by Util. Oh, Donk with a multi-kill, doing everything.
That's got to be enough, man.
Zontix, are they going to clear him?
Oh,
yes,
God.
they do. Now, look, some people say that Spirit can feel like a bit of a one-man army at times. Never show them this scoreboard.
This is crazy.
Make sure no
isn't
one
it?
ever sees this.
Dude, I mean,
And we're 5 rounds in, but
no, it is too good to be.
everyone's like had a chance, let's say.
Yeah, you could say that. That was into a full stack with HE on the main smoke. Donk's on 30 health before he sees someone. How the hell? Like, you can laugh at the other players having trouble, but how does he get 3 kills again? How does he do it? Built different, man. Donk 6 and 5. Everyone else 0. And Big, they're going into stacks and they are getting out easily.
And dude, you can see like the comfortability, right? These executes have been brutal. The idea that you're bringing players down to 30 HP, 40 HP in your exec before you even have to fire a bullet is just massive for Big.
Grix's AWP is out now. We're seeing an attempt at mid-control here for Spirit. Donk boosting Magics up over Sandbags. He's going to play close to the vent. Bit of spam for Big. I'm aware there could be an AWP pre-flashing the B side.
This is a bit more of a standard CT setup too. You go for the double mid control, get a player in the vent, so you got that faster B rotation, and then it kind of frees Donk up to roam over towards A. Now you almost get to play 2-3 on each of these bomb sites, and you still have eyes on mid to react.
Yeah. Big, just look how... Okay, Blame looks into the flash, but the fact that they're flashing
exactly,
that,
it's good.
They're so methodical. Not as pretty as maybe you would have hoped, but no punish here. Late highway nades again. Donk is a little further back, but he still takes 30. One more. It does miss. Donk gets out for now. Molly pushes Magics back to B. They can't catch him on his reroutes. Grix has the line. The Spirit smoke it out. 30 seconds, Big. You're going to have to go back into this B split.
Magic's here. Problem is, like, Zontix has been in that position every single time they've gone B, and so they check for it.
All right, Zontix needs a multi-kill here.
Someone else is on the board. Zontix with the first. Now they know where he is. They start to give chase, and Grix has got the cover. Donk dead in rotation. blameF backstab. Bomb crossing in with 10 seconds left. And there's just enough time to get it down. Grix holding on for this wrap round. And Big still flawless at 6-0.
It's a beautiful game out of Big. You've got to be loving everything you're seeing if you're a Big fan right now. They are playing these rounds down to the final 30, doing some really nice executes. The util is great. The trading is fine. There's nothing going wrong now for Big. Grix hitting his shots as well. Just an excellent beginning. Spirit are going to start making plays. They've been very passive in this CT side, right? But I think Big have proven that if you give them the room, they're going to abuse it.
Yeah, not only that, like, eventually you need a kind of out-of-the-box idea here. If you just play these standard rounds, as we've now seen 6 times over, Big are more than ready to deal with it. Right, we said going into that last one, it's a bit of a standard mid-take. You get a player in the vent. Big have all the util to deal with that. They're not worried about the standard plays. You kind of have to try and catch them off balance here.
I mean, Big are aware of this as well. Look, their Blame is holding the boost in middle.
They brought more people over to get naded.
Good one. Nice molly, man. Magix has to move. They try and bail him out with smoke, but Blame's over the top and the call's been made. Magix has nowhere to hide. They can come through this mid-smoke as well if Big want to get Randy. Donk looking to clean up here in middle, but Blame just smokes his escape. All right. One man home.
Oh, well. That doesn't bode well for winning this one, does it? You have dealt with one guy on the backstab, and there's a second coming in. Shiro. Okay, he gets it. That's what matters. Not the cleanest, but still past Tabson. And the follow-up on a Grix. All right, Shiro. Let's see if him and Donk can pull this one off. 2 kills from this backstab. The other 2 trapped in at the bomb site. So there's no post plants to worry about here. You're battling forward. Donk dead. big 7-0.
Wow, I mean, great try from Shiro. The HE to put the smoke up in Grig's face does get him the kill that opens the round, but not going to win this one as Big just sit back in the bomb site. That's the first time they've really been tested in this game. And they come out absolutely fine with 2 players standing. 7-0 indeed. A disastrous start for Team Spirit. If you were expecting a stomp today, I don't think you were expecting it this way. They're going out mid this time. Going quick as well. Magix has no help.
Oh, the util's so good. Like every time we say that, we cut to blameF getting full flash, but it still is really, really good here for Big. They're just setting such a lethal precedent around middle.
Okay.
A shot there from the AWP, and so Tania are able to cut one out of the round.
These nades.
But the nades will bully him, bring him down low.
Great. Tania needs to run. He is a dead man walking. Magic's still here the whole time. There's one HE molly left, but it's gone back towards B on Tapson and Griggs. Spirit look like they want to bring more men over to fight middle. Zontic's util could go a long way here, so deep nade, molly to follow, good kill on Fathom. Can blameF fight his way out of this position? No, he burns alive as well. B has been lost in the downtime, so Big still have a chance.
Yeah, 4v2, best position Team Spirit have been in this entire game. Are Big going to keep it flawless, or does Spirit finally get on the board? You're telling yourself this has got to be enough. This is a really out there position from Griggs. He's landed a tag. Cross for Tapson to try and hold on to the vent.
I'm scared.
Timing could get the better of him here because that vent player is coming very, very late. Tania not the first to play. Line held by Griggs, swing and a miss. Tapson's got his back. Shiro low. Tapson finished off as the pincer comes in. Ooh. And so it takes them 8 rounds, but Spirit will get on the board.
Yeah, they come from enough positions there that it's just too overwhelming. You can't predict the order in which they come out. So nice trade, Heaven to Near. Very important he doesn't die early. And that is a buzzer beater defuse. Barely got it through. But if Tania plays any earlier, I think they might just lose that round. Nice nades in middle. Spirit returned the favor finally with mollies and HEs all over the shop. We have 2 spawn cloud smokes. One for the front of B. Oh, it's very nice indeed. It's going to get Big a bit more space, but Spirit still play aggressive. Molly locks out Griggs. He just misses that timing. Now Shiro owns the angle. Not for long. Tries to peek from high. Griggs hits the flick. Zontix holds B strong. So 4v4 and Big are regrouping back on this site. Curiosity costs you.
I mean, if JDC just keeps walking with this in, like, that's the round. Spirit on the wrong side of the map. They're going to add all the little bells and whistles, but this is overkill. They've got the site. Taking a little while to get here, and the rotates are arriving.
Never be sure. Where is Donk is the question for Big right now, but he's back in spawn. That molly. Oh, there's an angle here for Magix. Maybe he can kill this cross. JDC giving the bomb, and just makes it in, so crisis averted. I think Spirit know this one is too far gone. I would say, do you agree with me here? B-side cash is very hard retake. Like, got to be one of the hardest in the game. So it feels. It's not quite Dust2B, but
I think it depends. Like in some, like if you have util, yes, it's like if the T's have util, yes, because then they're able to lock off a bunch of the choke points. But
even just coming out vent though, like you say a 3v3, you know, you got sight, you got checkers. It can be really hard to get out vent. Flank not that strong unless you play super late. I've just seen teams struggle a lot getting back into B in even scenarios. Okay, another full buy here off the save. Shira gets his AWP. It's a shame. Shira had the line last round. If he stayed on it, he's going to win that fight. But he goes
jumps
back
up,
out
like
to jump up.
towards the Shroud boost.
Shroud would not be proud now.
I mean, look, considering we started this series saying, like, this is the time for Spirit to try and level in and lock in a little bit from their weak performances, safe to say they're not doing that. This is an all-or-nothing game.
I'm just shocked the Spirit is still playing highway box, right? It's been so clear this whole game from round one. Big are like abusing this position. They just need 2 more players with nades.
It's one of the kind of cool ideas that Big have, or like one of the big problems, I guess, Big are trying to cause, right, with this punishing util in middle. They're trying to make it feel like you can't play anywhere, but you can't give up mid. Especially not because Big have been using it, right, in these B splits. And what do you actually do if you don't play the highway box? You don't feel like you can play close either because the molly's wrecking you.
Third HE on highway. Big better be checking their UD on the scoreboard every round because they know they're nailing it.
I mean, they're probably feeling it. When you go into bomb sites and everyone's just dying in one bullet,
yeah,
you know your util is effective.
Okay, it's an A stack, but Spirit have lost this before. Donk is here, so is the AWP at quad. Watch Donk somehow multi-kill his way out of this position.
Full exec, all the util streaming in, Donk burning, Shiro provides a bit of cover, that's let Donk slip back, but they're scaling up over the top. And Donk dead with nothing done, the stack gets dissolved. Zontix does have a bit of a forward position here, no one's ready for this, so Zontix might have something up his sleeve. There's the first. Reaction for blameF is punished, but he's got it down to a 1v1. Now, Magix doesn't have a kill yet, and it's not changing now because Favon deletes him.
Despicable shot from Favon, locked in, but that 4th kill, there's no way he's ready for Magix that far away. Absolutely rips his face off. 4 frags for Favon, and you feel it there for Spirit again, because what happens? They have a stack in the right place, they get double smoked, Donk gets repositioned with Molly, he goes to help Shiro backside, Shiro gets mollied, then he gets flashed, then Donk, he's holding the right angle and Favon jumps over the top. Spirit just can't get a read on any of these site hits. They've had stacks in the right place numerous times, and they've got nothing to show for it.
Yeah.
These are excellent executes from Big.
I kind of hope we see Spirit go back to aggression over towards A. It's like the only time they've had any semblance of map control was on the back of that A push, and they kind of threw it away themselves, right? It's not like Big did anything crazy to go and retake that space.
Look at that.
Right now, the map feels so small for Team Spirit. They can't hold mid, the util's wrecking them. If they sit back, they're at the full mercy of these execs, which are just way too strong. And this B site and any of the pushes have always gotten punished. So it kind of feels like A's your only option.
Shiro on highway now. Luckily he's pushed forward with Donk. And so yeah, close mid. Still gets naded. Can't catch a break, can you?
I couldn't even tell you how they knew to do that one.
I like this angle though. It's a good way of putting the AWP in play, but Blame is, of course, for some reason holding that. It's a perfect line. That is a frustrating death to give up for Shiro. I think it's a good play given how much has gone down in this game, but Big just punish. And look at this, one flash pop in. Full blind is Magix. And I mean, Spirit again caught out of position, right? That's a silent B-pop, something Big haven't even done. They just walk close main with a flash and a molly on the same time.
And dude, don't you just feel how claustrophobic that B site is? Like, it's a very tight setup to run, having 2 players, especially when you're up against a team that have just been running execs, right? You were at the full mercy of util. You saw Zontix and Magix kind of tripping over each other in the bomb site as they try and separate. That's actually where Big find the first kill. Spirit just look a little lost right now. Like, you're seeing Big with all these ideas. The game's just flowing. Everyone's hitting their shots. They feel like they can't do anything wrong. I mean, Spirit don't really have from this look, you know, don't have any degree of comfortability.
It's also nice because it's showing that Cash can, you know, a lot of people would expect this to be kind of a brainless A map, but Big is showing how much thought can go into these rounds. It's not just the calling, like doing good rounds at good times, but it's how much setup these rounds are getting, how much damage they're doing early, how scared they're making Spirit. They're making them play double B bomb side out of spawn. Just a brutal round on B again. And Magic's 0-9. How are you meant to get a read right now? It's 10-1 down. I think we all can feel this game is kind of over. But Spirit must play on. Try and find this one last round of the half. Deep main smoke. A lot of teams been using this, but Big don't care. They just cross through.
It's very brazen. Maybe that's what lets them down. Finally, a trade kill back, but the advantage still with Spirit. Rotates arriving.
What? You're just running and shooting. It works.
Griggs over the top of this smoke, but as he's lost the rest of his team, they're in the sight, they're in the heavens. Team Spirit will scrape by with 2 rounds on this CT campaign.
Yeah, 2 kills for Magic's there just at the end of the half to avoid a killless half of Counter-Strike. Still not pretty for Spirit, but you do feel like that one is just big kind of cooling from the score. They go through the smoke. They could have cancelled a couple of times. They still commit. Maybe a bit cocky there. I'm going to forgive them at a 10-2 half. It's a beautiful half of CS from Big on this T side. And Spirit, you know, if they have anything, it's now even the time to show it. Dust2 is Spirit's pick in this series. And while you want to hold a lot of faith for that, it's a map that even Vitality lost to Bait. Spirit struggled against Luminosity. So I'm going to say today of all days, there's no guarantees in this game.
Donk's smiling away like he's been told he's won the lottery or something.
Don't laugh, you'll cry.
I mean...
Oh. Shira uncrouched at the worst time, but it's fine. It's fine. They have numbers over boost. Big. Spirit seem very ready for that for some reason. They just walk close middle. Maybe they've done that round before. Spirit full punish. 3v2. Julies are alive.
We say also ending rounds through mid can get real scary.
Oh,
there's a reason why a lot of squads don't do it.
They're going into the stack. Griggs is checking Z. Spirit jump in.
All right. Dual Berettas. They've done some early damage, but Donk quick to silence them.
It's relieving.
And you'd like to think no more worries here in a 3v1. Bomb planted. Magic's with a clean kill to close. Say this about Spirit. They sometimes, you know, they'll get themselves kind of amped up or pumped up using whatever they can. And I think when Magic's gets dealt a straight up disrespectful A hit in the final round of the half, and that's where they get 2. If he was ever going to turn to the guys and say like, okay, now we reckon, it would be after a round like that. I mean, now they've got the pistol. Let's see.
It's times like these where you say like, okay, guys, they're overconfident. Watch out for it.
Yeah, exactly.
You know? They are going to try ego us here.
Like, getting beaten up by a team that's playing super tactically just seems to be more comfortable, have a bigger depth. That's one thing. But the moment they get overconfident, now you want to beat them.
You're buying in very early. Let's see if you're onto something. Big with a force buy. And they can kind of stem any bleeding here by just winning this round straight up. B stack in play, though. Spirit destined for A. Unless this is a fake out from Tanir, but heavy in middle and heavy up highway. As this smoke fades, the exit comes in. Interesting round here for Spirit, but it's just nobody home to stop it.
Oh, it's top performer Tabson.
How has he gotten... My... What is going on?
Oh my goodness.
Oh, imagine though, imagine, dude. He got so much room there. That's a cool way of clearing A from Spirit. You know they've been working on this map as well, so let's see your audition tape on this T side. Zontix has a Molotov. That would go kind of hard right now. 3 players in Sunroom. It's hot here in Paris. Not worth dying for that. And so nobody does. Big no comebacks of any magnitude are possible. They know better than most. Gonna need to lock in come this first gun round.
Really hope that's not the thought they're having. All right, that's nice for blameF. Saved SMG, put to work.
Oh, we saw bomb A.
Tabs.
Saw bomb A.
Oh, Tabs.
Everybody's moving.
He was so excited when Cash came back. It's just, you know, it's like putting on an old pair of shoes. You just love it. You slip right in. You've already broken them in. You know the map so well. Oh, no. Look at this for Tabson.
Oh,
He's
okay.
done it.
Got it.
Double kill on the backstab.
Well, it's Berlin International Gaming. They don't take card there. It's only cash for Tabson.
And when one squeaky door opens, another closes. Team spirit, this comeback they were hoping for, maybe out the window. On the back of this 2K from Tabson.
Tabson holding the door. The donk. Still not done with this round.
All right. Donk's clawed it back. 2v2. Bomb still down over here in main. Problem is, Big kind of lent pretty heavy into the defense of this bomb early on, and so now they're paranoid because they've given up a lot of the map elsewhere. So they've only left one guy on the bomb. Donk dead, it's on to Zontix, but he does drag them through into this 1v1.
Don't have time to rotate out. He's checking his flank, but 20 seconds here. What's the play for Zontix? Really? I mean, what do you think?
Through the vent.
Oh,
the full way around.
I don't know about this.
It's going to be close. Stopwatch out.
I think he's got it.
All right. He knows his timings.
That is close. Well played.
Oh, even goes for the ideal plant spot and everything.
Oh, respect.
All right.
Respect.
He knows. And now he's got a 1v1. Fabin can't quite believe that the bomb's gone down on B. Zontix gets aggressive. That's the clutch. Spirit are building in the right direction.
Look, it's only anti-ecos, but they're very confident now after that. Look at that clutch. That's a 2v4.
I'm telling you lose a round. Sorry, you win a round when Big get too big for their boots. And like that's the team you want to be. Think about how many times you've been there yourself. You go, or anyone watching at home, you're playing a game, you're getting wrecked, you're kind of just on autopilot. But then they do something that's like, oh, they're really disrespecting us now. They're really trying to rub salt in the wound. Now you really want to beat them. You refocus.
Man, what a call for Zontix to make that rotation. And also, you know, Donk, massive 3K. Ooh, cancel. Okay, the wheels are not yet falling off, but they're shaky. Squeaky. And this feels far more tense than a game of this scoreline should. Slow and steady here for Spirit. I mean, utility fans, just download this demo, please, because about every nade in the world has been thrown. And our observers are catching all of it. B hit for Spirit, here we go.
There are 3 players here for the big squad. blameF waiting on the sidelines up there in heaven, still tries to spam this Fabin, and Donk teaches him that's a horrible idea. A clean sweep for Team Spirit. Bomb planted, round secured, and this gap is closing.
All right, we got a game on our hands. That was hard for Spirit. You know, the execute is nice, but it's not like they're going in off of a molly or a flash. There actually is a big gap in between when the util lands and when they play. So Big still have chances to win fights there. They do some damage on Donk, but Spirit get out very clean. Up to 6 now. Big having the same trouble Spirit did in that first half. Even when they're in the right place, they can't stop these hits.
I think you kind of had to credit for Big in that first half was the depth of the ideas they had. They had a lot of thoughts, a lot of tricks up their sleeve. You're going to want to showcase something like that soon on this CT side.
Well, yeah, because our problem with Spirit CT is they didn't do anything, right? They just kind of sat highway, they let themselves get naded.
The most tense round we have was the squeaky door push from Tabson. Now, sure, that's on like an eco, and he feels a bit of a degree of freedom to go for something like that. You don't really want to risk these limited gun rounds on a timing squeaky door push, per se. But something aggressive, just to own a portion of the map, would be a great place to start. So let's see if Big are feeling that too. They call a tack timeout here. Because this is not the Team Spirit that were red in the face, 10-1 down with only Donk getting any kills.
They were laughing at halftime. Now I'm starting to see why.
Like I can imagine the exact phrasing of Magic's turn into the gang. Okay. Now we
win. Oh,
well,
sick for Magix.
He would use the worse language, I think. But yeah, Magic's in with an opening. JDC gone.
That was cool. That's a boost over. Luckily for Big, that molly misses. Are they going to boost up? Big are counter boosting. Oh, Blame in this position. He's not like going for the flank, but he is in a very strong spot. They're still mollying over boost as well. Will miss. But I like that Big have done this. Very cheeky. Could this be the position that catches them free kills? Magic's out middle. You'll clear low. You won't clear high. And Blame swings out. Magix does decent damage, but he's going to try and escape here. It's an nade, but it's fine because he gets the fight he wants. Just Faven home. Not for long. The play was there for Big, but Spirit react quickly. The same 2 save again.
The closer you get to a tie game as well, the less freedom you feel like you have, right? Risking on like a 3-man hyper-aggressive setup where you're trying to get in their face, or a little gimmick like the boost. That's all well and good while you're leading and you've got rounds to play with, but those rounds are gone. And if this ends up getting more passive and kind of more standard for Big, you do get nervous.
Round by round.
Now this was a potential 11-1 half for Big Clan.
Oh, nice shots. JDC got stuck on the wall there, I think. Stopped in the open. Blinded. And yeah, nice catch. Right into that lip. Blame's through this smoke, and Magic's almost cleared it, but almost doesn't cut it. Blame gets out of there. Can he live this time? Equalizing in a 4v4.
I mean, this here is almost the detail that was missing, right? He didn't have a smoke or any way of escaping. Grix on a very forward line, one that they're not ready for. You got to be quick to pounce here. You don't want him taking too many shots on this orb. Grix trying to evade, ends up getting shut down. And so every edge that Big have been able to find, Spirit instantly respond to. It's a 3v3, and you still don't really have a clear picture as to where this is ending up.
Grix had to fight his way out there. He couldn't escape that smoke for way too short. Even without the nade, they were going to catch him. So definitely feeling the pressure now are big. Blame still spotting middle, but I think at this point you've got to just make the gamble. There's 40 seconds on the clock. Spirit are grouping together. Faven going for an info flash. Spirit don't bite. And so he's actually going to rotate out. That might be round if he just gives this up. Sees players crossing. Faven commits to the fight. 1-for-1 is not bad here, but Big still have a tough call to make. 2 nades. Donk is at half health.
Targeting the bomb planter, looking for Shiro. That molly had actually fallen shy. Might have loved an extra smoke for CT. Still, Donk plays around it, and Shiro's scoped up on this line. It's the late arrival of Tabson, but he's given away his position with the nade, so they know he's closing in. Shiro brought down to 1 health, and as Donk goes forward, it's handed off to Shiro. 1 HP, and Tabson, ring around the roses, finally breaks the silent streak. Big back on the board.
Better late than never, hey. They can still close this game right now. They got a few more chances to do so for Spirit are right there. That was a scary, scary round. So important that Faven gets his one when he gives up that bomb site. I think 3 players in a post plant there would have made that too difficult. They just about squeeze it out with a clutch from Tabson. Top performer from that T side. Still going. Breaking the 5-round streak in the second half.
Saw Shiro talking a lot before this round. And so maybe something centered around him looking for an opener on that AWP again. He's over towards B, lobbing in a lurk smoke right now, so nothing super aggressive from him out of the gate. I'll say this, considering we've seen kind of vast quantities of util burned early, both teams are really holding on to it here. You know, we're under the minute mark now. Still have a lot of blocking util for Big. I think you're expecting them to have burnt a little bit more with how this game's gone. Okay, don't love that. They've also got a triple A lean. And with players still outside of this B site, not impossible that you see this turn into a mid to B. 30 seconds as the bomb takes middle alongside Magic's.
Vent pop coming in. Faven in a very strong position. They might overlook him if they go too quick. JDC is drawing the attention with that smoke. Faven peeks out with a flash and double kill before the trade comes in. JDC can't do much here, but he is buying time. 10 seconds on that clock as the bomb crosses in.
Oh, Shiro's got to go
as
sight.
well. This is a mess right now, but Spirit might be able to sneak it in until that shot connects. Grix has won the round by dropping the bomb, and that is map point now for Big. Oh, ho, ho. None of that matters. That is a round on the clock from Big. Faven has had some massive multi-kills in this game. Not the highest fragger, but at 4K on the T side, early in that string of rounds for Big, and now getting a double kill here. Absolutely slowed the roll of Team Spirit. 5-round gap. The Big just need one.
Magic certainly owe Favin a great deal of thanks, right? Just a number of high-impact kills over here towards B. Even the one that kind of led into that 2v2 that tabseN was able to close on.
Oh, high flash.
You hear blameF? He's jump spotting. You know you've got this timing, and so Donk just goes early. Mid control taken, 4-team spirit.
Can you? Oh, don't get spotted. Doesn't want to see the AWP again. Smoke comes down. Shiro picks him, and even though that smoke misses, Spirit just have the numbers here. 5v3, they're going to go through.
No check on forklift. tabseN good for his, but he's lost his teammates now entirely alone. Favin and Magix have traded places, and I'm not entirely sure how. Magix is in Z. So Favin catches them by surprise, but now they realize they let a man slip by. They're quick to deal with him.
Bit of a messy one there. It's interesting how much Spirit are using Highway on this T side, right? It was their pistol, it was their anti-eco, doing it again. Sure, this kill's kind of given to them, but they still wanted to move up there the whole time. They're setting up flashes for it. Important entry from Donk. And Spirit, it's a kind of a hard crossfire to get through as we see, but they're fine to freeze there and let the round come to them in that 4v2. Big broken. Eco time. tabseN with a hero. Spirit not scared at all in this round. Just straight up mid with Molly Smoke. Oh my god.
That's Donk dead. Right off the rip at the hands of a blameF Eagle, and tabseN's gone back to his signature move. Now if they boost over... Oh dear, that's the tabseN hero gun. They're trying to accelerate the pace. Who's been a real nuisance? It's been Favin in so many of these moments. Well, he's rejoining this double stack over here at B. Two pistols tucked in. Spot them both. Can't deal with it. JDC. Only good for the first. 3 more players from Big moving over, and the bomb is here alone. Zontix is so late to this, arriving vent side. Surely it can't all come unraveled up against the pistols. There's a smoke down. Oh, pulling nades makes you a little nervous, but no punish from Big. And how are you meant to get through this? Molly on Shiro, just to buy you a few more seconds. Zontix holding for a swing out. Actually takes it to them. Lines up a double. Left to tabseN, and he can't make it work. What a round out of Zontix.
Yeah, he's again had massive impact in some of these late rounds. He had that clutch early, and that is crazy to see Zontix just take the swing there. That's not really what you expect from this kind of player. Forces all 3 kills in a terrifying 2 versus 4 situation. Spirit pick it up. I felt like the eco was getting ripped out from under them. And Big had more work to do. Only 3 more chances left. Only 2 more 4-buy rounds. Straight out mid here for Donk. He gets his entry, but up top is JDC. And he's not done either. But maybe this map is another 4v2. Tanid got past the AWP. Spirit still have a chance.
Look at how quickly Big are rotating, though. They're leaving nothing to chance here. They know this is their opportunity at a knockout blow, at rescuing this game. And it's just Magix left. A valiant effort at this comeback. They were 1-10 down. They certainly had Big sweating, but if Magix doesn't clutch up now, cash falls in Big's favor. Molly forces a swing. No one else from Big reacting yet. It's Magix dead on that peek round the corner. So finally, Big get it done. 10-1 up. It takes everything they had, but they will lock in the victory on their map pick. Cash goes their way. For Team Spirit, they got to try and find some respite in the fact that they have warmed into this a little bit now. It's their pick of Dust2 up next.
That warmed up come the end of Cash.
Yeah, if you were going to look for some silver linings, that would be it, right? The idea, well, hey, at least they didn't just roll over and die. And down the stretch, Big was certainly getting a bit more nervous. Spirit had certainly started to show some of their expected form. But I don't know, nothing has felt safe. Nothing has felt sacred when it comes to Team Spirit here at EWC.
Recent games on Dust have been good, at least for Spirit, right? When we had Vitality lose this map just yesterday to Bait, it was coming off the back of 3 losses in a row. It was a shaky-looking Vitality who'd lost 4 of the last 8 series. On Spirit, I'd like to think are not in that category. I mean, remember, they just came off a grand final, albeit a loss, but good tournament otherwise. Full focus, Spirit just storm out mid to B.
As they look for a mid to B here, at least that's the outlook from the util and the positioning. There is this triple stack for Big. It's so quickly reduced just down to 2. You're hoping that blameF gets overlooked. He has been able to strike 1 from the tally out at the car. Good for a double. But it's still that B site falling, and Magic's in position to manipulate these rotates. He hears tabseN bound for the tunnels, knows about a player down here in CT, and they're looking to get rid of Griggs before he gets to play.
Nice shot.
When you see Magic's in that corner, tabseN knows he's been heard, he's been rumbled. So doesn't even give this a proper look in.
Nice close for Magic's, but yeah, Shiro also hits the 2 most important shots. That double tap on window, and then clearing Blame out, who was a couple of kills deep on car. Drop Don coming through the door, so nice shots out of Shiro's P250. Save Spirit in this pistol. Good read from Big, but Spirit fight their way out. Force by with 2 scouts and long taken. Blame has some util on A. There's definitely potential on the hold, but you're going to need to nail these first shots, and that will not help your chances. Donk, beautiful tap to Griggs. Blame fighting for the site, has taken 2 with him, but no more. And the flank from tabseN, unable to find success. Spirit getting closer despite some damage. Zontix is lasering these players on A. That should be enough. Trying to bait first steps perhaps, but nobody's biting. Magic's pulls back on low health. Spirit breathe easy.
I think if you're Spirit, you know, you really couldn't afford a slow start here, right? Getting to the comfort of Dust2, so relieving to see pistol secured, conversion found, chance to go 3-0 up. Because this EWC run has really felt like a fall from grace for this squad. You know, when you kind of look at like the last string of events for Team Spirit, they've either won the event in the case of like an Astana, or you know, lost to the guys that would go on to win the event. Sure. Falcons at the major, Mao's in Bounty, obviously, where they played in the final. And even Rio going that far back, losing the vitality. Like these are not games that they're supposed to be struggling in. It's a championship level team running the risk of falling in the groups. So I hope this lit a bit of a fire beneath them.
Yeah.
And we saw them smiling and laughing on Cash as they attempted the comeback, but I hope we get focused faces here on Dust2. They've dodged the stack in this round. That's no real worries. It will be 3-0.
Yeah, Blame gets to save his M4, give it another go. Spirit, no real reason to risk bodies on the hunt. Tapson's gone overlooked. Maybe could two-tap a rifle out of play, but Shiro's got his knife out. He's adjusting his seat. Come on, Tapson, what have you got? He's just waiting until he has the perfect timing. Don't wait too long. It's only Zontix available now. Fight in middle. Grix is nailing them, my god. And of course, Zontix does jump, but Tapson still converts it. My god, that is an expensive round for Team Spirit. Not sure why they felt the need to hunt so hard. Shiro finds one more, dropping Grix at the end, but Grix has made his money, man. Multiple kills off Scout. Felt very keen for Spirit to go chasing there. They lose a lot of guns. But I guess the benefit is less Galils, more AKs here in this first rifle round.
Shiro has like the dream spawn to hold the mid-cross, so he's going to try and put this AWP to work straight away.
He's holding for the AWP. He didn't take a shot on the cross. Waiting for Grix, who won't bite.
Oh, Donk saying to himself, man, these nades,
yeah.
Both maps now, they've just been homed in on him.
I mean, it's Spirit. You know Donk is lower. That's just good prep there for Big.
Donk's the one guy with a Galil.
Bench the whole team.
Oh, he's dead right away. JDC, as they try and pick up the pace. One man's made it past. JDC heard this, but not able to deal with it. Magic's now toying around with these smokes, and in amidst this, players cross past blameF with a freebie. Left to Shiro as the last man, and he's trying to escape by the looks of things. I don't think Tabson's going to let him. Tabson's been very involved on both of these maps, like already being super active here on Dust2.
Seeing some long pushes out of him as well. It's a lot of fun. Maybe feeling like he has a read on this position.
It's not Shiro this, because that
win.
kill now has opened up a route into the bomb site.
Yeah, luckily Tapson's really fast. So as soon as Blame gets contact, not even needed, Tapson's there and locked in here. Oh, Big on the board. Not too late either. And, okay, now we go back to the previous round where Spirit hunted those exits.
And lost everything.
And they have no money. So, not really worth it. Which is weird because in the past we've seen games where it's like Spirit don't hunt.
They don't hunt when
and we're
they
like,
should.
why aren't they hunting? But that was not one of those rounds, you know? JDC tagged on the cross. But there's just one AK on Donk. Unbenched the whole team.
It's a little quip there from Hugo.
Yeah.
Not a leak.
Spirit, the master of the mid to B. Always a threat. But it looks like they just want to hit upper. 3 players here.
That flash from blameF might like feign the idea that you've kind of full retaken this mid space. Sure, they have JDC watching it. That's who the flash was for. But I think if you just heard that in your team Spirit, you're a little bit paranoid. They flashed through, retaken middle. So you want me to try and re-clear with Donk?
Just Donk.
JDC last time, really solid double kill here. This time it's Faven playing for first contact. This has given up the B site. That's going to give rise to a bomb plant, and JDC actually gets dealt with from those players crossing at the door.
Yeah, I mean, you can see, you know, Big think they know what Spirit are doing, and that's why the upper hit's so good for Spirit. It's just one man out middle. Big want to prioritize. Okay, usually Spirit will have, you know, 3 players, maybe even 4 players coming out mid to B, and if we can brawl with them, we can win the round, drop the bomb in middle, get support from CT, but Spirit just have Donk there, and so even though he dies for nothing, all his team are getting the space from upper B. Nice hit there for Spirit with pistols in. Most of their players get out with the round. A bunch of upgrades at that, so doing more with less. An expensive loss here for Big. Can't believe Magix gets this kill as well, just jiggling with the Tech 9. Really made matters worse. So already a well-called T-side here coming out of Spirit. Not necessarily relying off of big frags, just putting themselves in strong positions.
I think if you're Spirit, everyone actually quite likes that, right? The idea that it's not taking these hulking individual efforts, you are just kind of outmaneuvering your opponent. Sure, it's a team that very much can win just on direct firepower, but you've seen them go from looking a little lost at the start to now feeling some comfort on Dust2, which is nice. Nice shot from that Grix AWP, but this short space is not free. Magix thinking he's gonna have a timing there once the AWP drops down.
That's the whole idea from Big. You can see how shocked Magix was on the cam. Runs into 2 players after the AWP drops.
To death like that, you're thinking, okay, they've done their homework then.
Yeah. It's just an unorthodox setup. And actually, Spirit are hoping that they've overcooked with that 5-on-4, that they've reset entirely. They're not entirely wrong, but Big is still playing it safe. Tapson's got this molly. Grix can support with utility. Spirit are executing.
blameF first on the scene up from CT. It's Grix and Tabson playing next. And even though Shiro will get his 1, low HP on this AWP, not impossible, but Grix doesn't miss. So a pretty clean round for Big when all is said and done.
I mean, yeah, Spirit avoided the stack, but, you know, getting past the cross there, and Blame has a very fast rotation. Big hit all the shots required. Not really much util to note there for Spirit.
Spirit have put a bit of money into this round. It's nothing crazy, fairly modest. But a couple of smokes, couple of flashes, and a few upgraded pistols. So what's Magix up to? What's he cooking? He's thinking about it.
Deep thought. I think Big burn some util.
Yeah, you're just hearing it passively, right? Like all those dollars going down the drain.
Ching, cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. That's how Muddy would sound.
Yeah.
No AWP in middle either, so Grix on car, Spirit have a lot of space. They're about to find out. Only Tanir has Kevlar at long. Spirit 30 seconds to pop, and yeah, like 1 or 2 missed shots for Grix, and Spirit get a bomb plant. That's all they want.
Kind of the best platform for these shots either, right? That's where the little bit of util helps you out.
One thing can win you this round.
You're going to lose Tania long, but you still have all of short for this post plant. This is good util to slow it down out of big. But that bomb is going to go down all the same.
Hard round to lose for big when they're playing like this. They just got to do it together, time everything well, watch their back for lurkers, and just move up CT. Donk and Zontix with Deagles. What can they do?
Big is still paranoid that there's more to this, but it is just 4 players out on short.
Here they go.
So they'll stop holding the extremities now, move in on the back of that Grixor. Donk doesn't do nothing with that Deeg, and it's a clean put down. So 5 alive, but a bomb plant. That's kind of what you said coming in. That's exactly what Spirit were hoping for.
That just reminds me of those early T-side rounds on Cash for Big, where they hit the bomb sites and it is everybody side by side, like nothing, and then 5 players on your screen. Big really good at their spacing in these kind of rounds. So that's just, I think, some credit to Big on how clean they make that. Don't lose a single player. Sure, there's not a lot of threat anyway, but if you do string out, you can lose. So not a single casualty for Big, and their economy is in ship shape. Rick's making a play. Tabson through the smoke finds Tania. Big getting crazy in this round. blameF top mid, Grix lower. Tabson gets up long, and JDC just re-swings. On control, but Tabson still maintains the car position. Donk is walking into B. Can the bomb get out?
I mean, it certainly can.
Hello, Donk. Grix seems aware.
Now the map starts.
Oh, he saw him. No, he didn't see him.
Please tell me blameF was on his POV.
He didn't see him.
He mustn't have been. Yeah, Donk was on his screen.
Oh my goodness, getting faked out on that long smoke as well. Donk is still in a really committed position. If Big come and clear this together, that's their best bet. But don't count out Donk from doing something disgusting here in mid. Ooh. Oh my god. One man goes, Shiro can hold that. Magic's can plant. This is brewing. 2 players. This is happening.
Yeah, I actually, this is so tough for Big. They've got layers of lurkers to get through. Shiro's off. Oh, that's a really rough miss.
Just one. One
guy's made it through. You tell him. Oh, Donk's dead out here in middle.
Oh no.
These were strong positions, but you had to hit your shots. Magic's at least holds the line still. There's a lot of bodies coming his way. As Magic's left scrapping on his own, Shiro wins his fight back in the tunnel. Tabson, time's low, time's ticking. Molly in at the tunnels to try and keep Shiro at bay, and Tabson, with seconds to spare, he's got it. He has saved this round for Big.
What a roller coaster to think that there's no way Big can win it, to think they've definitely got it back the other way with a 2K from Magix, and still Tabson clutches up backside. Oh my goodness, Big. What a day they're giving us. What a game they're giving us across both these maps. Making the impossible seem possible. They had nothing going for them there. No information, no position. Post-plant, Spirit knowing where everyone is. And can you believe Donk doesn't get a single kill there in middle? Felt like the right spot to be.
What is this Tabson renaissance we're having?
He's having a great tournament.
Great series versus Team Spirit.
Oh dear. Oh. Back to pistols for Spirit. All too familiar in this T side. They've been broke many a time.
Big have got to be rubbing their hands together right now. They're in such a powerful position. They've got great money and a chance to sweeten the deal in this round if they're able to keep it clean. You're about to try and take the lead. This is Spirit's go-to, and you would be the guys in pole position and not impossible to dislodge for the remainder of the half. You're going to be buying in every one of these rounds.
It's a really scary game now for Spirit.
blameF has had some great util across this series as well, right? Always being threatening with it, always keeping pressure on. Won't stop this one guy getting out on a mid to be, and they're hoping again that this draws a bit of an overreaction out of Big. Make a bit of room for this short take, but it hasn't. 3 players here. Grix Orp, and with blameF to assist. Donk's Eagle.
Okay.
Oh! Donk and Shiro claw it back. Now it's just down to Donk, but he's got hot hands. 2 off this Deagle already. Donk looking for even more. Final kills right there. This was meant to be Big's round. A chance to make money, a chance to take the lead, and Donk's Deag locked out. Faven keeps it in check.
Don't you love how fearless Faven is as well? It's Donk 3 kills in, 3 1-deags in a 1v1, and Faven just wide swings and commits to position. Felt like Donk didn't realize he got out there with that flashbang. Faven, no fear against the world's best, and Big do get rid of that eco. Spirit almost win another low economy round, but not meant to be. Big a timeout to catch their breath, caught off guard. But they are still heading in the right direction. Trading rounds against Spirit. 4 rounds in a row for Big. This is starting to get scary for Team Spirit. This is home territory. Oh, Shiro just killed JDC on the cross. He laughs it off. What else can you do? Hate to die like that. Big have just been fearless with their gambles. 3 strong still on A. They just leave Grix alone. Having the AWP. Perhaps giving them some more faith about this B site. But it's very exploitable on a mid to B. There's nothing Grix could do if Spirit go out middle. Or on the long side. Tabson hears him coming.
He's asking for a flash. He's asking to go. There's a lot of dudes around this corner. Block smoke comes in. Tabson leaves it to a bit of spam. Flash again. Tabson playing it forward. Only good for the first, but you get a lot of info from that. You saw a lot of bodies on that smoke push.
This is huge.
Faven AWP, missed shot, and with Donk opening out through short, getting past blameF. Team Spirit breathe a little easier. They do good on that opening kill, and they will convert on the back of it. A 5v4 from the get-go. And so Spirit tying this game up again.
No point are you out of the woods. Does it feel like in this kind of match?
Oh, you've seen that AWP now. You want it. You want it gone. Only way you're going to break Big's money is to stop them on these saves. You want any freebies before the end of the half.
One more kill from Grix is a problem for Spirit as well. Just like that. Sure, he loses his AWP, but Spirit, it's expensive for them too. Gonna need 2 drops here. One player won't have everything. But maybe Spirit felt like it's worth it just to get rid of that pesky AWP. 5-5 now, 2 rounds on the half.
I think it's, yeah.
It's fine if Spirit win this round, right? But that's still the if. Grix still has his AWP. Safe across on middle this time. Spirit straight out long.
These mid-walks are something Big. I've attempted a couple of times now. Spirit have always had eyes on it. How fearless Tabson is over here on long. You admire it, but you're also a little nervous because you know that this Shiro AWP is hungering for someone to come swinging out.
I like that molly. Oh, it has set off the smoke, though. Gap in that. They're going to have to re-smoke it. Rotate coming in. How's this going to go? Because JDC is up top middle and Zontix is running around. Just about converts that kill. Now Spirit know they're locked in. They have to go forward.
Flash for a peek. Tabson sent through that smoke. Nades find good damage and a bit of a gap here, but it's down to timings for Griggs. Backstab out of JDC. Oh. 2 players holding for it. He gets a dink off before he's deleted.
Rough.
And as Favin's getting spammed, trying to extract anything from these very forward positions. They know where Griggs is. Oh, no! Don't go giving him this! And he knows he's on for it. Oh, Griggs! What is that?
Round of your life, round of your dreams.
That's something you go to bed and you have dreams about. You're going to have visions about that play, trying to recreate it for the rest of your life.
Just a single bullet in the air. 2 no-scopes, don't kit, 2 phenomenal kills here. And then Griggs just one-ups it. Single bullet. Get out of my server, Shiro.
I don't believe it.
And now he's picked him in middle.
I don't believe it.
Get out. I am lost for words. Shiro just got humbled. Back-to-back rounds.
What did we just see?
You don't get rounds like that every day, do you?
You don't get rounds like that ever.
Oh.
That was like 0.1% chance things happening back to back to back.
All right, Spirit, how do you keep your head strapped on? Can Donk? Nope, he can't. His head's off. And Sia as well. Blame does a lot of damage. And doesn't it just feel like this game is meant to be for big? Griggs, miss. Not a problem. Or maybe it is, because Magic's has killed rotation. Griggs, getting caught. Careful, Magic's throwing it back in his face. 2-on-2 now. Full reset long. Low health here, Spirit. They just need instant headshots. Oh, I think JDC. Magic's is so tucked in here. How's he gotten here so quick?
Snuck the whole way. Oh, swing and a miss. And that now leaves it to Tanir.
What's he got? Plants for long.
And he's stuck fighting here. He needs 2 clean kills. There's no taking this to time. You just got to win the fights, and that second one comes up shy. Defuse in for Favin, and Big with a winning half on Spirit's map pick.
Just a sickening game out of Big here. I mean, Spirit won a couple of low economy rounds in this half. They didn't really do too well with AKs. They didn't do too well in these gun rounds. I'm sad they didn't really touch the mid to B. It got them in the game early. They moved away from it very quick. And it was their most successful round. Sure, there weren't many of them. It was 4-1 off the start. But that is really rough. I mean, Harry, the last 4 rounds, the big one in that half were 1v1s. You just feel like, you're a millisecond away from taking this map. And now Spirit are down 2 rounds at halftime. 4 huge clutches for Big.
We all know the clutch we're thinking of. Dude, this Big team are great. At the major, they gave us the insane comeback. Now you got this Griggs 1-on-3.
They got such good long spawns. Okay, they won't take him. Spirit running up mid.
It's just a big content farm. Spirit don't want to trifle with that. You see players holding, decide to call it off.
Okay, running around. Tanir, no support here. Needs something good. That's a start. Tabson, sickening shot. 2 more on the corner. Swing together. Jumping cork. And Shiro's got 1 more, but reload is a problem. It goes both ways. Griggs turns around and taps out 2 more. This kid is nuts. 3 headshots and Big take the pistol.
I don't believe it. Grix is having game of life.
What is it with these young Orbers on Dust2 at this event? Sizzy did it to Vitality. Grix is doing it to Spirit. These rounds are so punishing. Bop, bop.
I can't imagine it. I can't believe they haven't called a timeout for him at any point. He's just going round to round to round. How don't you have endless adrenaline right now with these moments that Grix is having?
Where are Hallie's timeouts as well? You got to wonder, right? Like, these rounds have been so close. Really frustrating rounds to lose.
Grix might actually be the main character. And I think when you see him winning rounds like that and you're big, how doesn't that pump you up? You know, how doesn't it feel like this is just meant to happen? That's got to be the vibe that they're all feeling. Oh, he's just nailed Donk through the box.
Dude, the worst part about that, like, great. Yeah, okay. It's that game, isn't it?
Oh, yes, Big. We've missed you. Boy, is it good to have him back.
And Walt Tapson's just been playing out of his mind as well in both these maps. Played a great T side of Cash. Blame called some beautiful rounds. And Grix is the main character here on Dust2. There is that Spirit timeout, second called here. Hallie on the mic.
Just think about like the stark contrast as to what the vibe is in these two teams. For Big, you know, eyeing up a playoff run all the way from the open qualifiers, by the way, right? Yeah. The idea that they've been grinding, this is what it was all for. Play through, you've been out here in Paris for a week. This has been the one thing on your mind. And in the game that gets you there or sends you home, it feels like Counter-Strike just wants it to be you. For Team Spirit, they were front runners to be a contender for the trophy. They were meant to be one of the three big dogs fighting for the trophy in EWC, and they're staring elimination dead in the face.
Yeah, make no mistake, 4 rounds away from Spirit going home here in Paris. Team that just came off the back of a grand final. Look at the util. Spirit have nothing. They got 2 smokes and a molly and an HE. This is the first gun round, and it's coming at a cost. Tania struggling. Got to hold down long.
All right, keen double kill out of Tania. That is going to pull Shiro over to lend a helping hand, and they've at least shut down this long play. Oh, Grix. Oh, buddy. Don't do it to him again. How much BS can one guy pull off? He's got JDC still in this round alongside him, and they're telling themselves that no round feels impossible. Oh. Swing out. They've caught Donk in the open. This was meant to be Spirits all day. This was a scout and a wounded JDC clawing this one back. And now they say, Zontix, bud, you want this? Come and get it. They've got no reason to go swinging into him. Zontix hoping that eventually, you know, nerves get the better of them, that they'll count down 3, 2, 1, give him the fight. That's not happening. Zontix dead. Grix can do it all. Big can't set a foot wrong.
That's a perfect peak for Zontix to isolate the fight. He's got Grix crouching on the safe plant, and Grix just insta-kills him. Both players in the red. Not a problem. Tania 5v3 this round. Shiro made it 4v2. And then boom, JDC and Grix just happen. And it does feel like there's nothing you can do about this game. Big are looking for another miracle run. A team that many said fluked their way to a major. that farmed lesser teams to get VRS, to get to Cologne. Well, now they're doing it against one of the world's best. To be order of the day. 3 strong our spirit, just pistols.
All right, they lose JDC early. They are going into this stack. Dongsteagle put down. Grix. Oh, buddy. He's at it again. Dead after the double. It's left to Faven. 1v1 now. And Shiro had the option of grabbing his weapon of choice, but instead he's played for the space. He's closed in quickly out towards the double doors. Faven dead as he rounds the corner, and so Team Spirit, low econ round, picked up and going their way.
Oh, you got to give it to Shiro there. That is a ballsy call to make, to not go for the AWP, to not go for the position, hold the window, to walk up with a P250.
Feels like it worked massively in his favor as well, right? Because Faven is anticipating the AWP on a long sight line. You even see that with the util he's throwing. Okay, it's a big step in the right direction for Team Spirit, but they've still got one hell of a journey left.
It has to be the fire starter here. Shiro triple kill on the P250. And Spirit, the chance to break Big's money here and now. Is that round the turning point here for Spirit?
Yeah, I think also, you know, like sometimes when you're in this flow state and everything's just going right, it's hard to go back to, and you really want to, right? If you get offset in a couple of these rounds, if you take a couple of stumbles, that's sometimes where you see this momentum just die out completely. Not saying it's happened yet. Griggs is still 21-8. Big is still in the lead.
No matter what, he's got his AWP, and so Big are banking on it in this game. Made a bit early. Big not there yet. ADC behind the smoke. Holding for long control that's not coming. We've got Tania locked in. In an off angle.
He better be locked in, because he is fighting here, right?
Hey, he got 2 last time. New position for him. Shiro not supporting, has 1 flash. Oh, easy, you'd think, but JDC wins the spam battle. Tania's time to shine.
Multi-kill in this position last time, gonna try and do it again. Grix goes hunting on that AWP for Shiro, but can't quite find him, and that just lets Tania feast. blameF claws it back to a 1v2, but 15 seconds, there's no winning this. And so another great hold out towards the long side from Tania.
Yeah, felt like there were chances there for Big. I mean, Grix almost got a shot on Shiro, who was looking the wrong way. If Blame plays a little bit earlier as well. Players open in CT, but no success on long. As Tania does his job, you know, he had 6 kills just 3 rounds ago. He's had the double kill at long, sure, in a round they lost. And now the triple. Very important output from Tania in a position with almost no supports. Got 1 flash off of Shiro, and boy, did it work. So now Big broken. Blame on the save. Everyone else full eco. Blame just gets out. I don't think they know. I don't think they know. Okay, Tania's going to check it. Phew.
I think he knew. Okay.
We don't lose the
Glocks. Yeah, like that's...
Oh.
That would be embarrassing.
Did he didn't see them. Okay. Oh, awkward.
That's fine. Don't see it. It's all contained. It's all controlled. Team Spirit continue closing in on a tie game.
Donk's still smiling. Spirit is still dangerous. We were riding the roller coaster, Harry. We were ready to call this a game. But Spirit winning that eco round. Now it's 3 straight.
I think it's just like, you know, you lose a couple of rounds like this and it kind of forces you to start respecting the moment a lot more. Everything was just flowing before, right? You were just doing. You're hinging on every word of the calls, you're very communicative, you're in that flow state where everything feels effortless. But now this is going to take a lot of effort. I hope Big don't start overthinking, because it's very easy to do that in these tense positions. You can feel the lead getting away from you. You can feel Spirit breathing down your neck. They are getting closer. The onus is on Big to put a bit more distance between themselves and Spirit again. No AWP in play for this Big T side.
They want to end B. Lesser weaponry, lesser utility. Feels like a perfect storm, but Magix is hedging his bets. Cat is quiet. No util has been used. It gets reblocked. Big put a lurk smoke down on this site, and looks like they're going to go pretty early in this round. Minute on the clock, they're out middle. Magic's keeping the pressure on. Only Zontix on this site, but he holds strong. Span comes in. There's the flank from Tania. He is having one hell of a recovery. This is the Tania show, set up with a double on the flank, and Grix has got to save, or at least battle his way out of this round, because Tania is looking for another triple kill. Right behind him, Grix has nowhere to hide. That smoke is not stopping Spirit, and so Dog makes it so. My god, Tania has leveled up in this game. He had 6 kills. He's now up to 15 in the last few rounds. Triple kill, double kill, and some change.
And just what a perfect time for it, right, for Team Spirit. Have him doing this. He's been handed a number of long plays. Even when they try and put distance between themselves and Tania, he's still getting involved.
For Spirit,
and they really needed him too, right? Like this, there's been a series in which Magix, Zontix both had their struggles. Zontix had some important rounds on Cash, but hasn't really factored into this one. Donk, his stats a little inflated after that mowdown versus the Glocks in middle has been largely irrelevant.
I mean, his best round was the 2K on A side before Grix got that no-scope round. I thought Donk did, he had a phenomenal round there. Saved them from a rough situation, only for them to go and lose. So, been relatively tame as Donk in this map. Wasn't the case on Cash. Was the front runner. But Spirit is still here.
I see a Grix scout.
I see Tania on long.
True. Clash of the Titans.
Flash dodged. Tania goes back for more.
Yeah, he ain't backing down from this. Tania only deals in 3s. Has Grix pinned in behind the blue bin and a teammate nearby. He's fighting this every step of the way. Shut down to the short take. And blameF, 1v3, 35 seconds. They know where he is. There's no winning this with the bomb down on long.
Save is fine, really, for Blame. Would love another kill to keep the damage up, but at this point, Spirit is so rich. And they're believing in this comeback. This is a 5th round in a row for Spirit. I think you've got to give, Spirit win this game a lot of credit to survive some of the things that have happened to them in this map. They felt out of commission. This was 10-5 down. But Spirit have persevered, and now the score evens up. And it's Big who are feeling the pain. Do Big have anything in the pocket here? They need multiple successful gun rounds with how rich Spirit are. Can't fluke your way to a win at this score. Warp is close, ahead of the Molotov, but Shiro nails his shots. Not again, Tania. Well, he's dodged that molly at least. But look at how keen he is to get involved. Backing himself. Not a pickable position here, really. Smoke comes in on B. Grix can't get another kill. He's had 3 rounds with deaths without a kill.
I'm worried it's feeling a bit like that cooling off, right? And now you're desperately chasing the high again of where you were.
These are kind of limp fakes as well, right? You're trying to make it look like a mid to B, but they're going for this A split. Blame moving pretty quick. Gonna bail. Long control. AWP out middle. They're all over the shop. The Spirit don't know right now. They're going to get peeked at long. Shiro just gets on that angle in time. 20 seconds. This is petering out.
Oh, good timing for Favin at least, but he's really got to get a move on. blameF with another. Grix, a dead man, out alone in middle, and trading places around this smoke. Magix gets in behind them. That's a double on a platter for Magix. Team Spirit into the lead as the cracks are showing for Big.
Yeah, they've run out of steam. They've definitely cooled off, missing some shots, missing some timings, can't find opening kills. Spirit not afraid at this point. Tania making plays still. And Shiro definitely has stepped up in this map when you compare it to Cash. You know, this is Shiro who got jump shot in that 1v1. They got insta-AWP mid-doors. I felt like he was going to be in trouble here, but great recovery alongside Tania. And Spirit show resilience. So credit where credit is due. Two rounds away from taking us to Mirage.
It's a real test to your composure. Spirit have leveled up. Started with Tania and Shiro, but now you're getting more mileage out of everyone. And for Big, you know, they're sitting here thinking that this last week of playing, they don't want to leave it to the chance of a third map. They don't want to leave it to the chance of Mirage. Especially not when you had such an opportunity on this second map.
Oh. Get out. Blame tries to chase there. Almost catches players. Big bail from what looked to be a B hit. 3 players coming back down lower.
Yeah, you saw 2 guys cross on the B hill, right? So you know there's a bit of a B lean right now for Spirit. You see that Shiro's quick to try and undo this. And as they hear him shuffle back in mid, they may just look to recommit to this B hit after all.
Spirit have shuffled indeed with no utility left in this round. Gonna need Zontix and Donk to hold strong, and these 2 players have been struggling in this CT side. Donk with the AK at back plat. Feels like a dream. It's the pressure of the mid to be. Gonna be overwhelming as Blame goes charging. Magic stops him. It's up to Donk and Zontix.
Mid component getting dealt with. Donk, quick work made over the tunnels push. Grix does what he can, but it won't be enough. All in vain. Team Spirit, map point.
And if you're Donk, you're probably thinking, that's the round I've been waiting for, man. Just dry fights, just people peeking me. Some actual duels in this game. Has no problem winning that out on B. And what a run of rounds for Team Spirit. 7, looking for their 8th in a row to end this map. Grix, one final try. Shiro give him the chance. Oh, here we go.
Oh, there's a reaction from B-Hill that JDC is able to punish. You get rid of Donk. Surely you got to be thinking about this B hit. Zontix has not had a kill on this B-bomb site. Tanier again, hoping to come through with some long doors aggression. But in a 4v5,
he's doing it
gotta
now.
pick his moment very carefully, and he does so right as they've departed. Tanier, man, he was the guy who started this entire streak for Team Spirit. It was his reactivation coming alive, and now he's got them in the palm of his hand. Deals with the Grixorp.
Jigs up.
You see that kill come in, you know you're rumbled in this round. You just got to commit, trying to come through the smokes. They go right in as Shiro. Zontix there fighting alongside him. tabseN and blameF fighting a losing battle as Team Spirit, against all odds, are able to turn this one around. Dust2 secured, and their campaign at EWC not yet over. The score's going to be settled on a deciding map. We're going to Mirage.
Needed it, had to have it, and we're definitely going to get it. Mirage to separate them, and of course...
They lost out on Cash. Definitely showed a better game. Come there, T-side. And really hard to know what we're going to get out of them come the tail end of this series. Playoffs on the line, elimination alternatively. And a big, we're no strangers to this map either. The Spirit have definitely had more success on it. So it leaves you wondering, was that Big's best chance back on Dust?
Got just a set piece in this pistol, util in towards the A site. It's two players back here at CT for Big. tabseN finished off right away. Donk hoping to take some space here and rob CT. They overlook Grix, but
no one cleared
you
it.
get one shot at Donk, and if you miss it, turns on a dime. Grix's pistol over.
Donk's just jumping corners, man. No one even checked him. Grix could have held that shot, but bit of panic there, and it's going to put Spirit with a pistol. Big just trying to break some Kevlar on the way out. Force buys have been minimal in this series, or when it comes to the success at least. All pistols converted. Oh, that's sick. Quick tag for faveN on the front of Van, and then Grix finishes it off.
But like this half feels very important for Big. CT side is where they do their best work here. You know, we did see that at Cologne, obviously, in the famous 0-12 comeback win in 16-12. But it's a trend that's kept up and followed them ever since. They have to do a lot of the legwork in this first half.
This is getting weird. Magix gets caught, 2v4, and we just said no force buy is a bit of problem. This might be where it starts. Spirit takes space back. This is a really good push here. into the market. Zontic's clearing it out entirely. Now they're going to know everyone's coming from short. Shiro's going to need to hit some shots.
Zontic's hoping to take first contact, but it's left all on Shiro. Wraps around behind him. Shiro's quick. Defuse being held, but it's the low player defusing. The cover in from Grix.
Let's try.
So no crazy, miraculous 1v4 for Shiro means Big steal away that force buy. Competitive from the get-go.
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned the CT-sidedness of Big on this map, and the numbers back that up more than you would expect, right? In the last 3 months, they've only won 30% of their T-side rounds. Pales to the 54% of CT rounds. Of course, that NRG game, I'm sure, is doing some lifting in the stats, but they still have 8 games played and a lot of losses in there. However, won it both times in the open qualifier. So maybe something they've been working on. That is one way to start your third map. Force by, put Spirit on their ass. Got a Galil and a Scout.
Good flash play between blameF and Grix.
I think the worry because of those stats is like, even if Big kind of smack this half, I'm never going to feel like they've won the game until they do. Especially after Dust. Ooh, Scout tag on the AWP. Man down, but they get into the window. Nice check for Donk.
If there was one player JDC is really hoping doesn't come around that corner, it is Donk. Just deletes him in a millisecond.
Cat is the move here. Zontic can play late. Blame is starting to cheat over to B. 20 seconds with the resmoke con, it kind of gives up the aim of the game. Spirit need to go.
There's the spot for Faben, still the Shiro AWP, able to get rid of him, and Donk just on a tear to start Mirage.
Yeah, they're saving. Zontic's not even needed on that flank. Just picks up the AK, gets out. Spirit win it off of the entries.
And I know Big just got here by winning a force buy of their own, but they have a very potent reminder of how important these rounds are. It was losing one of these that began their downfall on Dust2 when they were up against the Pistols. Gave enough time for Spirit to get back online, and so this one ripped out from underneath them. Going tit for tat to start Mirage, and when you're really banking on a strong CT half, this is the last thing you wanted. Zontic's even able to remove an extra gun at the end.
And a strong start to this map for Donk, right? 2K the pistol, 2K in this gun round, this forced round. You know, he went a bit missing last map. The numbers won't really say that because the last few rounds he had a couple multi-kills, but he found some ecos towards the end. He had one big B hold with a 3K, but he wasn't his usual self, I think you could say, on Dust. And now he started very strong, so that is massively reassuring here to Team Spirit.
Yeah, he just felt average, but not average by his standards. Like, average is a, you know, player-wide, yeah.
Oh, this is a nice spot to be, but a missed shot for Grix. They go charging. Tabson knows there's one more.
All right, Tabson. Roll back the years, but Don in the AWP. Oh, the flash for Tabson. Moment he gets vision back, it's all guns blazing. Burns alive. Zontic's coming through this smoke. And Shiro here to back him up, but they don't know about Faben, or so you thought. Zontic's with a wide swing, made it look like he knew the whole damn time.
Locked in, Zontic. Couple of big rounds in this series, couple of very impressive rounds. And that is one more to the tally. But when you kill 4 players on the A site, you can expect the 5th. Still a great shot with the Tech 9. What that could have been if Grix hits his opening kill, though. Spirit look like they just want to keep pummeling this A site in the anti-ecos. No stack is too much to deal with. Zontix.
Oh.
He's had a few taps, not even necessarily today, but in their previous games against Luminosity.
Yeah, that was really nice.
Magix should be dead, but oh, checks his flank. Oh, poor Blame. And Spirit is just rolling over them, but here come the guns now for Big. Delayed gratification.
And really, there is a lot of pressure on this rifle round.
Yeah.
Like, if you lose it, Spirit already have a great T-side. It might already be too far gone. Like, I don't want to sound the alarm bells too soon, but
GG on round 6.
it's just that there's a lot of pressure here, because if you lose it, suddenly you're in that really vulnerable position. You're waiting, you're going to bring the guns out, and you're just going to feel like the game is so quickly slipping away from you.
Especially on CT side Mirage, where, as you've highlighted, they need a good run. CT side has been woeful. So here we go. All the pressure on. Momentum for Team Spirit. Quite a flash. They get past that molly and under, but I think Grix is aware. He's going to choose to back up. Meanwhile, Magic sits on that short smoke, so could punish very quickly. Boosting near window side, Grix big kill.
Yeah, but now Donk making his moves out through the connector. Getting sandwiched between short. Donk is still in the picture, and he's got a teammate wrapping this AWP, so as long as he stays alive, Tanir's going to open a back door. Gets his one. Shiro to play next. Donk dead down here in the connector. The bomb is going B.
Okay.
Zontix has drawn this one out of Magix's playbook.
Yeah.
And with the game he's having, might be the guy to hand a clutch off to.
They can run. They can run really fast. Maybe Tapson hangs around, but Shiro's holding this. He's under the scope. Shiro just doesn't want to die, but Zontix also can't afford to. He doesn't know about that second player. He's 1v1 on this B site, looking the wrong way. As he backs up, gets a good position, but JDC has done the same, shifting into this site. He knows he can't be far.
Now. Running now and closing in. Got a beat on Zontix's position and just chases it.
Yeah, I think someone makes the call there. No kits. You know where he is. You just got to get him. Low health on Zontix. No fear for JDC. Big triple kill. Zontix finds the gap, but Shiro could not hit his shots on A.
It's an important round win, but the pressure never goes away for Big. They're still close to a reset. They could still have their money broken here with only 2 players getting out of that last round, so the threat is still very much alive. It's a pretty baller move from Tabson, right? Getting that kill and then just taking the space.
Yeah.
Playing right through even though he's low on health.
He's not even using the bug. Respect. Oh my god. This guy doesn't need help. Shut down. 2 from Tabson, 2 from Favin.
Paying it forward from Krakow all those years ago. Shiro on the walk down through lower. And just looking to save. But Tabson's been on the warpath this whole round.
Don't know yet, but JDC can swing off Favin. Hello? Oh. Unlucky. Fathom triple kill, puts Big back on the board. Looked a bit too easy there for Big. Just disrupting pushes. Spirit not able to throw any nades.
Interesting there. It's a timeout, but it's Magic's doing all the talking. Cali non-verbal in that first timeout. As Magic's tries to offer a take with this partial buy.
We got a little pop, do we? Something in the pocket.
See what he's come up with, but a timeout to try and outline a call in this round. 3 strong, 4 big, and Greek's AWP gonna start things off. Tabson here alongside him, and whatever the idea was, it's not panned out for Team Spirit.
Yeah, the mid-util they threw didn't really change the setup at all. Big kept 3 players on A. They have a site player, CT AWP, and stairs player, so whatever Spirit did was not enough to put any doubt on Big. Especially on a low economy round like that, Big not really expecting a mid take. So easy shutdown.
5 alive round does give you a lot of comfort here on this CT side.
Yeah, can recover from this back and forth beginning. Simple stuff here for Big.
Absolutely no questioning how much Tabson wants this win. Guy has been in fantastic form all day. I know Grix became the real guy in the limelight, the one under the spotlight after the Dust2 clutches, but Tabson has just been a consistent force to be reckoned with throughout the entire series. He's also had a number of key clutches, even thinking back to Cash all those hours ago.
They missed that top mid smoke? No, it looks fine. Nade's ready for blame. He loves spamming nades under. Mid conceded. Big don't really have eyes on. Sure is all holding for a window peek. There's the nades. And they're pretty damn good. He's got one more. Give it a few seconds and baited right in. 14 health on Tania. Worth.
Oh. Thought it looked a little shallow there from Donk. That smoke bounces right out the window.
Tania's hard pressed to play here. He kind of has to bait in this position. He's so low. Spirit need the entry on B, and Grix is locked in on the line.
It is only him here, though, which could give you a bit of concern.
Especially with Zontix now taking apartments control. He's going to flash short, get them around this corner. Will that give it away to Grix?
Here's the pop. Grix gets one. Shiro's AWP next up. And with Grix holding down over towards his B site, Shiro feels like he's got to get a move on. A little hop, skip, and a jump to get him up through the short side, but there's no getting past this entrenched AWP. Grix has done enough. The one-man hold all it takes to stop Team Spirit in their tracks.
I love that he locked in their backside. He gets 2 kills. He knows the bomb's loose, and he knows the AWP is short. He just doesn't repeat. He doesn't give Shiro anything. Shiro needs that kill there to get his teammate interested. And no frag given away. Grix alone on this site. And it did feel like throwing that short flash, which makes perfect sense. You know, it's a good flash to catch a player on the corner bricks there, but Grix immediately reacts to that. Had a great game. Spirit trying up the ante, but that molly gets in the way. Sontix hands over his saved AK to Donk. Tried to play with the spawn, but now it's Donk's turn to wield. Spirit have just been milling around the back of the map. The last couple of rounds here, they've only found 1 kill in the last 3 rounds. They have to break through now.
Dude, they're going to be left with this feeling that Big in their heads, man. Like, the fact that Grix has been able to hold down this B-bomb site solo last time they went there, and then every other time they try going A, it feels like they're running into 4 players, and that's because they are. Like, Big have just been running this back time and time again. They've got faith in Grix to play the one-man army, to be the action man over towards B.
Blame just blocked, or Blame or JDC's blocked Con at 40 seconds. This is really nice. That's a crazy push, though. It's going to beckon them in.
blameF at least gets his, denies that window scaling, stops Tania from spilling over as well. And now it's just eyeballs on the ramp side as they hear Spirit moving in. Zontic's dead right away. Donk never even gets to shoot that AK, and Shiro, yeah, saving again, bud. Extracts 1 out of the round, makes it a double. 8 seconds though, and there is no winning this for Shiro.
Yeah, it's a good catch, Harry. I love what Big are doing. Solo AWP B and just stacking this A site. They're not fighting middle. They're not really going for anything mid. Tania's been boosted a couple times in window. They've held for him every single time. And sure, JDC's pushing through the smoke because he thinks they're probably going B at that point. But even him dying beckons him into that push. And the smoke made it very awkward for the second player.
Yeah, I think it's the whole reason you see him do it, right? You're dead on. The map's a little bit quiet, you're a little bit nervous, you want the info, and you think, well, at worst case,
they go into the stack.
They're going into the stack with 20 seconds left. Like, it's working really well for Big. And you're kind of feeling that Spirit are a little starved of these chances for openers from the lack of mid presence.
And in a weird way, it does feel like the best solution is just like a full B pop with 1 player middle, feigning control, good flashes, and Grix might be in trouble, but it's still such a risk to base your whole round on just 5 players at apartments.
Yeah, it's also just like not a super known quantity, you know, like you saw Grix there in that 1 round. They are going to look for this B hit though.
Here we go.
But Big have abandoned the solo hold. Still, it gets reduced to that with JDC dead right away.
Oh.
Faven on a secondary AWP, getting overwhelmed with some flubbed shots. And so 2 players there. B site falls easy as ever.
You got money, you shouldn't save. You should go for damage at least, at the worst case. You can buy next round no matter what happens, so... Oh, that's not...
Yeah.
Okay, you know they've picked up your AWP. There is 0 reason to save here. Big have got to do something on the way out. Stop these guns from getting out. Try and give themselves any advantage. A couple of frags here, but yeah, I bet you wish Grix was on that B side that round. Faven, that did not look pretty. And Donk destroyed JDC on short.
And honestly, that's just a great pace set by Team Spirit, right? Complete change of pace from how all these rounds have been. They've all kind of had these slow burning starts. That one is an instant short take, instant B hit. Feels like Big were trying to play some mind games, starting a second player, one of them also being Faven on a secondary AWP, so you hear the AWP firing. Everything looks like the same round from Big. Problem is Spirit played a completely different one and ruined it all. So rough one, bitter pill for Big to swallow. Their chance at a runaway half denied, but they could still win it out. That's now the goal. Deny Spirit tying this game up.
Risky repeat. Shiro's holding con though. And Magix is waiting for this. Cheeky Magix, but he can't hit the shot. Ridiculous kill from JDC. Oh, that hurts. Because you've lost all this control. And JDC can just play to evade on this next spot. Oh, he missed the timing. Smoke is good. Donk might just run though, as he often does. Damage done. Donk's out of there.
So the rest of the team are ready to come through behind him, right? You'd kind of bet your bottom dollar that Donk would provide that opening. But when it gets denied, Spirit have to go back to the drawing board now.
Yeah, they've got nothing. I mean, they've just given Donk the orb.
It's not as much of a, crutch as it might sound like. Donk's showing to have some open prowess in him.
Just lost a lot of entry power. Unless he can find a dry fight in spawn, Tabson is jump spotting.
Ooh, it's a missed util at the stairs. That's going to enable a peek from Griggs, and you immediately get punished for it. Donk waiting, hoping that someone steps into the crosshair of this AWP.
10 seconds, boys. This round's over. Doesn't matter what Donk does. Bigger onto 7 rounds. It's a massacre at ramp. Shut down off of that lower push from JDC, and it has consequences. Lock Spirit back in spawn. They win that one fast short take. Otherwise, it is a massive streak of rounds for Big. 4-1 up, half end 7-5 down.
Yeah, sure, there was the weirdness with the force buys back and forth at the start, but outside of that, it's one rifle round and a half for Spirit. Still, we touched upon how for Big, their struggles come in this second half. Yeah. It's their T-sides that have let them down at times on Mirage.
I'm definitely not full worried for Spirit. I think the way some of these rounds went is annoying. They go into a lot of stacks. Bricks did a great job on B. And Big thrived in chaos. But yeah, their T-side has been ugly as of late. So Spirit still have a shot in this game.
Right now, if you're Spirit, you're hoping that Tania can kind of do what he did on Dust2, have a rough start, and then turn it all around and be the hero. Because he's 2-9, he was a defining piece of that Dust2 win. Bomb's back in spawn, but it's by design. There's a little cache of util here as well. So early on, just waiting to see if Spirit get aggressive anywhere, make some noise out towards the apartments. Crazy lineup for Faven, but it worked.
Didn't feel reassuring. Up short they go, but the bomb is in Palace. This is all over the shop.
Trying to hit him with a bit of a fake, and that opening kill for JDC will go a long way.
Shiro's still on balcony.
How long does he stay here?
Tania's not moving either.
They're keeping 2 in reserve at this A-bomb site. And you might be tunnel vision now that you've learned about Tania. You overlook Shiro in that position. These dual Berettas go to work.
Ooh,
planting for CT, they're coming around. Spam connects, plant denied. Donk gets them off the bomb. blameF 1v2. And nothing feels safe here. Gets the jiggle, but they're closing in on him. He's going to win this one now with the fights. blameF shut down, and Team Spirit, they'll go on to win that pistol round after all.
I mean, got to give it to Spirit to not rotate in that position. They have every reason to. There's 2 smokes used. There's an entry up cat. Damage done on B-side player. You would be... I mean, there's every reason to rotate there, except they haven't seen the bomb. So Shiro holding on, gets his double kill. And they don't let Blame clutch up, just running him down in a 2v1. An oppressive, confident showing from Team Spirit. No bomb plant, no buy. Spirit are well and truly in a recoverable position. Didn't see it coming on Dust2, but the writing is on the wall here on Mirage.
Oh, we had a very convoluted pistol round out of Big. Let's see the kind of tone they set on this T-side rifle round. Is it going to be the same, you know, with a lot of twists and turns and moving parts, a lot that has to go right, or do they try and strip it back a little? Util deployed early out towards mid, top mid smoke and window. All right, blameF left with 2 smokes. Gets these in out towards mid and con. Trying to feign a mid take, a short wrap, hoping that that creates some room. It does not. Donk and Shiro, quick work made over these first players sent in. I'm still hoping to gain some ground here. The flash knocks Shiro off the line, but he's got the spot, seen the bomb, and now the rotate start for Team Spirit.
Okay, we're back on though, Big. Gotta worry about that spawn. Forever a present threat. That's a snipe shot from Zontix on the cross, and they go hunting. Bomb drop loose on sight. Zontix just blocking, but they're pushing in. Slow and steady. JDC hunts that kill. 20 seconds, and Spirit again. Look like they just want to charge out from CT spawn. With that nade, Magic's might, Shiro has his back. 15 seconds for JDC in a 1v2. And every time he holds, there's a second wasted. He needs these kills now. 8 seconds. JDC tries to plant, but Magic's will offer up his life, and it is worth the risk. 8 rounds to Team Spirit. No plant today. And Big getting bullied now on this T side, as feared. Fake did absolutely nothing.
Yeah, you know, they had a lot of faith that that util was going to prompt a reaction in the 5v5. To walk 2 players out Palace and no one's even thinking about CT feels crazy. Yeah, you're always going to believe in your call, but you believe in it that much that Spirit had just up and left A?
Full pop on 8, and here's alone. Shiro's here with the AWP now, and he can cover just fine. He's not missing a beat.
Still, this is a pack rolly type of round, right? Not leaving as many doors open here. Nowhere near as convoluted, so they will get good space, but it's always been the issue of getting this damn bomb planted for Big. And again, Spirit able to just put the hurt on before that bomb goes down. blameF not long for this world, as once more Spirit come hounding him down through CT.
Yeah, CT is the problem, isn't it? Big can't seem to get control of it, and Spirit just keep punishing for that position. Shiro's just sitting there with a sniper, picking them off, even though he gets overwhelmed there. And Big get a advantage situation with 2 guns. Spirit just throwing more bodies at the problem. All right, Big, got to dig deep because this game is just disappearing. 4 rounds in a row. The final remaining squad from the open qualifier. Fighting valiantly for playoffs. But more and more, it's feeling like their opportunity was back on Dust.
Oh, Big don't know it, but finally there's no one in CT. Zontix is hoping to change that. The rest of Spirit went in for a mid-take at the start of this round, and so Big moving into a quieter A site than usual. Donk over the stairs, and it was only quiet for a moment. Then you hear that AK getting charged up, and the round is ripped away.
Yeah, we're getting our usual serving of Donk here on this CT side. He's had some great rounds. It's so pretty from that POV. A Big first-timer in the game coming down, maybe too late.
I mean, look, all throughout this series, we've been crediting them with kind of great ideas, great util and synergy and playing around it, but on these T sides, on this T side of Mirage, we haven't really seen that. You know, when they've tried to come at A in the past, their stairs smoke leaving a gap so that Donk was able to peek over and get guys going towards CT. Plays that are very convoluted and rely on so much going right. And in this round, it was kind of a distinct lack of utility as to why that's so easy for Team Spirit. Very much does just feel like the half that is the least big in its DNA is this T-side of Mirage for this squad. So now they've largely left util in the past. It's one belt for tabseN in this partial. He's throwing in a fake out towards the A bomb site. But Spirit have not bought this for a second. Tania staying in connector, does try and force a fight, but he's got Zontix close by to help him out. Ooh. And even though you're getting these A kills, you needed Grix to get that Deegan mid. Donk overwhelmed, and tabseN with a follow-up. Magic's now arriving, just too late to stop that bomb.
Not too late to win the round, though. Naked go default could be problematic. Two players stacked together. Big get blown to pieces, and the bomb still goes down. Confirming position. Magic's waits. Easy job. Locks it in. In a round that felt like the Faven 1v2 from Cologne, it's Magic's in the same position to put Big back on their arse.
And he's celebrating at the end of it. Magic's with a 1v2 to keep this beating coming in against Big.
They have not dropped a single round on this CT side. This
Compare
has been
that
six straight.
to the one rifle round T-half. You know, it's a whole different story.
And, you know, like, you can hit every nade you want. You can throw any fake, any execute, but they are getting outgunned in every position, either looking the wrong way or just getting multi-killed by Shiro and Donk.
It just kind of feels like there's something about their T-sides on this map that are just a little fundamentally broken or awkward. Because it doesn't even feel like you watch the same team at this point. And sure, you know, we were talking about it earlier on. You said how here in the open qualifier, they got some wins on the map. But whenever you look at them playing versus teams that have competed against the top level, these T-sides drop off a cliff for Big. Hell, that was even the foundation of their legendary game from Cologne, was the fact that they got 0 T-half and then came back.
You can't be that reliant on one half. But it's feeling all too familiar here for Big. They go cold in middle. These positions aren't a surprise to Spirit, but they're also not a threat. Again, more misutil on A. Donk is going to get smoked behind him. He's still able to fight Con. Grix look for that pick, but Donk just plucks JDC out of the round. Ooh.
And in comes Magic's like a freight train through that molly on short, just charging at them.
That's the
Donk
bomb.
gets you back turned, and that's the bomb drop down here in the connector.
Oh,
Donk finishes with a stellar sequence. Team Spirit match series playoff point.
Yeah, it's one of those halves that just it reminds you how good Donk really is. He makes it look so easy on stairs. Perfect crosshair placement every time. Every adjustment in your face. Donk, another 4K off the top of the stairs to seal Big's fate here. Dust2 was a roller coaster. The Mirage T-side is flatlining. Spirit look for a flawless half to get into the playoffs. 5 chances to find 1 round. Big just looking to go back to something simple. Donk will not complain about that. Little Palace pop. 3 on the ramp. Donk back in the jungle in position. Big announces very clearly with lots of util flying into this site.
They have the control, they have the space, but in comes the spam from Donk. As this team spirit recovery laid out right in front of them. Right at the 11th hour, it looked like disaster was striking for Team Spirit. They're keeping themselves in this long enough, and now it's down to this 2v2. It's Donk and Magix side by side. And a bomb that's not even planted. Donk in a very forward position. Big have got to contest with getting that bomb down before they can even think about this. And as they go out into the open, they go into Donk's crosshair. He wants this victory. He wants those playoffs. He wants to dodge the embarrassment, and he does it in style. That's the Donk you've been waiting for across all EWC. And a big moment of relief at the end of this one, because Spirit were pushed to their limits across this series. They played 2 teams from those open qualifiers, and it was nearly those 2 teams that gave them the drubbing. But